The only thing that we can point is the tombstone to say, yeah, lights Tshego and Kamano, and that's it. And that's it.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Crime with Regina. Today we're gonna be remembering Tshegofatso Pule, the late beautiful lady who was murdered by her partner in 2020 during the midst of the pandemic. The whole country right now is purple because of the gender-based violence pandemic that we are currently knee deep in. Tshegofatso Pule is one of the faces that you will also find in the page of Women for Change, the organization that fights against gender-based violence here in South Africa. Tshegofatso Pule, at the time of her murder, was 28 years old. She was born in Midlands on the 10th of May 1992. She was raised by her aunt because her parents died when she was very young. She also has a younger brother who was 19 years old by the time Tshegofatso was murdered. Tshegofatso was described as bubbly, petite, and just a ball of life, judging from her social media content.
She was a happy child and bubbly, a child who loves fashion and very clean, like her mother.
And she was pursuing her dream of, owning her own makeup business. Then I was helping her with the marketing. I used to find her clients, and I would call and say, Nana, I've got something for you, And she was very grateful. She was very graceful with it as well, She was such a perfectionist. And, everyone whose face she touched always wanted to come back. So the biggest thing for her that she wanted to do was to make sure that she made her mark with, as a beautician and as a fashion guru. That's definitely what she wanted to do.
Tshegofatso went missing on the 4th of June 2020 when she went to go visit her boyfriend, known as 33-year-old Ntuthuko Shoba. Ntuthuko Shoba is from Pimville, and at the time of the incident, he was an IT analyst at the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. Not much is known about how his relationship with Tshegofatso began.
The most dangerous thing about Tshegofatso is that she was very secretive. She was not this child who will come to you and say, I have a problem. Even if she was in pain, she will still smile. You will keep on asking, is everything okay? She will say, yeah, I'm fine. But as a mother, you will see that today is not like yesterday. Today she's not like last week. Something is definitely going on. But she'll keep on saying, no, I'm fine.
On the day Tshegofatso went missing, her aunt bumped into her at the gate in the evening, and she said she was going to meet up with her boyfriend. Tshegofatso was 8 months pregnant at the time, and she said that her and her boyfriend were going to discuss baby things. When Tshegofatso didn't come back the very next day, the family was not really worried because she did say that she's going to be with her boyfriend. But Saturday came about and Sunday came about, and they heard nothing from Tshegofatso. They then decided to go and report her missing. This was on the 7th of June 2020. Before reporting Tshegofatso missing, the family had tried to contact Shoba to ask if he knows the whereabouts of Tshego, and he insisted that he does not know the whereabouts of Tshego. When they went to report Tshegofatso missing, he also went to the police station and insisted that they view surveillance footage for Thursday when Tshegofatso left his apartment complex. He said he requested an Uber for her, which picked her up at his gate, and she left, and that was the last time he saw her. The Uber that picked Tshegofatso up was a silver Jeep, and the registration was able to be seen from the CCTV footage from Shoba's apartment. The number plate was then able to help the police locate the suspects. The first suspect's name is Muzikaise Malepane. He was 32 at the time of the incident. And apparently the guy has went to school with none other than Dutugo Shoba. How ironic. What are the odds? He was then arrested, and like true criminal fashion, he sang like a bird. Malepane says Shoba hired him to kill Tshegofatso for 70,000 rand. He said the plan was for him to pick Tshegofatso up from Shoba's place, kill her, hang her on a tree, and make it look like a suicide. And unfortunately, the day Tshegofatso was reported missing, a body was found hanging from a tree in a place called Durban Deep in Roodepoort. And the body was later identified as Tshegofatso. He said he had shot her at a different location in Norgeseg and then later hung her in Durban Deep. He said it was going to be difficult for him to just hang her while she was still alive. Remember, Tshegofatso was heavily pregnant at the time. She was due to give birth just the following month.
We were planning a baby shower for her. She was actually due on the first week of July, so she knew about the baby shower. She was very excited for it, and unfortunately, because of cruelty, that didn't happen.
I'm really struggling to understand the level of cruelty that would motivate someone to want to kill their girlfriend and their unborn child. I mean, Tshegofatso had already even picked a name for her child. The name of the child was Kamano, and she already knew that her child was going to be a baby girl. But the father didn't seem to care less. Yes, he supported her financially throughout the pregnancy, but I feel like it was a burden even to do that, because if he really loved his unborn child, I don't think it would come to his mind to do something so cruel. Muzikaise Malepane then turned state witness, in turn got a 20-year sentence. In his court testimony, he testified that Shoba hired him to kill Tshegofatso because he wanted her out of the way. Essentially, he had no intention of spending the rest of his life with Tshegofatso and his unborn son because he already had a girlfriend. Shoba already had a girlfriend, apparently a fiancé without lobola, and if Tshegofatso was to give birth to this child, he feared that it was going to ruin the relationship. And his current girlfriend was going through a lot. She had recently lost her mother to cancer and thought the drama of this new baby from his side chick was going to be too much for the girl to handle. Why didn't you just break up with Tshegofatso? I mean, Tshegofatso already had a loving family that was supporting her through this pregnancy. The ones that were looking forward to taking care of the child with Tshegofatso. But no, as a typical male fashion, you had to take the cowardly route. I'm sorry guys for getting a bit too passionate. Like I told you on my previous video, crimes that involve children, man, they just make me emotional. Ntutuko Shoba was eventually arrested, went to trial, and he pled not guilty, claiming that Muzikaise Malepane is lying about everything. He knows him from school, and the reason that he was in contact with him continuously is because he wanted to buy cigarettes because it was restrictions of lockdown, and the reason he met up with him eventually was because he wanted more cigarettes. Make it make sense, my guy. Like, you cannot be serious. You cannot be calling a person 20 times for you to get cigarettes during lockdown. Yo, this guy. Eventually, the court saw through his lies and he was found guilty of murder.
On count 1 of the indictment, I found you guilty of the premeditated murder of Tshegofatso Pule. On count 2 of the indictment, I find you not guilty of obstructing justice. You may sit down. I hand down the judgment. You will spend the rest of your natural life in prison unless the parole authorities consider you fit for release in the fullness of time. Accordingly, on count 1 of the indictment, I sentence you to life imprisonment. You may sit down. Thank you. Is there anything further, Mr. Mohammed? Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. The court will adjourn.
How we wish that judgment can raise Tshego, can bring Tshego back. That judgment can bring Kamano back. Unfortunately, we can't. Shoba, after 10, after 20 years, he will be back with the community as if nothing has happened. With us, it's gone and gone forever.
Tshegofatso's family started a foundation that focuses on gender-based violence. The foundation is called the Tshegofatso Pule Foundation. That is all from me, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment, and subscribe.